It's the Spyro Reignited Trilogy on Xbox One X. This is fantastic. So I played a little bit both of the games, well, all the games, to get a little bit more acquainted with it. And yeah, it's kind of awesome. It's sort of in the same style that the Crash Bandicoot titles were remastered. So it's really nice to come back and sort of re-explore these old games that I used to play when I was little. I don't think I played all of them, but I definitely remember little bits of it. We're going to jump in and show off each of the different games so you get an idea of it. So we got Spyro the Dragon, so that's the original. There's Ripto's Rage, and that is the second one, Ripto's, just to make sure it's pronounced all the way through. And Year of the Dragon, which is the third one. And they're very similar in style, and they all sort of have a cohesive design to it. So when you compare it to the Crash titles, when you got to play them, obviously it's remastered and everything like that. But they have a cohesive art style and sort of play style across all three of the titles. It's the same game you remember, you know, in terms of visuals and performance and gameplay and what you can do in it. But, you know, obviously, as you can see, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Spyro has never looked this good, and even the creator said this is the most authentic representation of the character he's ever seen based on what he, you know, sort of drew up back in the day. It's stunning, like it's beautiful. I'm very, very impressed with what they were able to achieve with this. And then again with Crash Bandicoot, obviously, that one was just gorgeous too. And I'm making the comparisons because this one sort of has a similar revamped artwork to it, and I think it's very fair to sort of match the two up because of that. So in Spyro the Dragon, you're our friendly little dragon here, and you're going around, you're burning things, you're flying around, and you can look around, you're exploring these, I want to say like small to medium-sized little world areas, these hub sections. And then you're moving out of there. Are these guys hiding in these tents? So you're just savagely burning people. But yeah, you move through the hub worlds, and you collect gems, you break chests. Because I'm having a hard time getting these, making me look bad. There we go, got it. And then you're going off into smaller levels in order to complete missions. So in this first Spyro title, your goal is to basically save dragons and collect gems along the way. So we're going to just jump into a random world here to kind of show off the gameplay of this one. And again, I want to show off kind of a little bit of each of the games so that you get an idea of how they all look. Again, similar art style, but the games do evolve in terms of mechanics and style. And it is that exact same thing you remember, but the visuals are like as if it released today, and I think they've truly nailed the aesthetics and the look and the feel of the character. It's just so lovely to see him back. I really thought after the whole, you know, Skylanders thing took off that we'd never see Spyro again. And because of the Crash thing was so successful, we're seeing Spyro. I think this is just lovely. I mean, I really like this character. And I don't think, you know, the generation has been properly acquainted with our little fun, colorful purple hero. And his sort of health detector mosquito friend, I want to say. Oh, jeez. Oh, come on. And then you can kind of die, but it's pretty easy going. The game is very friendly, you know, for all ages. I mean, anyone can jump in here. It's very much a simple action, like a 3D action platformer game with the gliding mechanic. You went too high, Spyro. Spyro, you went too high. Anyways, a little embarrassing on my part, but you get the idea of it. So we're not getting like a native 4K on this one, which is a little bit disappointing. You can see it's just, I don't want to say rough around the edges, but man, it's not quite perfect. I also notice little bits of like performance issues now and then. It seems to be mostly prevalent in this first game, and I'm not quite sure why that is. It's not too bad. I mean, it's not making a big difference on the game, but it is something that is, you know, kind of a little bit noticeable when I've been playing. Also, the cutscenes are a little bit lower res. So this is the kind of the main concept of the game, is you're saving these dragons that have been gemified, frozen, or really just kind of like put in stone, and they drop some wisdom for you, and then You know, when you collect all like the dragons and stuff, and when you got enough, you can progress forward, or it's kind of coin based too. Well, gem based, sorry. Gems are the big thing here. And then you just sort of fly around and you move through these. I don't want to say they're not really linear, because there are levels, like you can move around the levels a bit and discover little secrets, but they very much are a series of linear, linear based levels. See, what is this problem? Burn his butt. I thought I had to ram him because of the metal, but whatever. Then you get these little funky situations and weird little whimsical characters, and you've got your core little cast, and it's all about the dragons and doing stuff. It's a beautiful, you know, sort of effort, and I think they've really captured what makes this character so interesting. And if I don't know how to do something, it's, you know, obviously I don't remember the original game. I played it when I was little. I have not revisited since. Ow. Am I just burning you? I don't know if I'm burning you or I'm supposed to be ramming you. Ow! I think Spyro's gonna die soon. He's not looking too good. Whoa, that is a deadly hit. See, I think I'm supposed to hit him when he's turning around there. Ow! Poor Spyro! Just getting slapped around, but you are seeing little bits of stuttering. You see that in the, like, the loading too. I think it's a mostly fair game in terms of like checkpoints and stuff. Yeah, I gotta catch him with his little butt there. No metal. I think that's what I gotta do in the other one. When he's doing that like weird turn thing, I gotta get like a fire thing going on there. It's sort of, it's also cool rediscovering these titles too. Ow. Doesn't like not looking the right way. Okay, let's try it this way. We'll just stand there. There we go. That's what I was doing. I was just like timing, right? I lack the patience in platformers to time things correctly. What are you pulling at me this time? There we go. What you got? You ain't got nothing. Give me those gems. Yeah, it's a gem collecting platformer, and as you can see, it's not too difficult, and a little bit charming fun. And then you complete the levels, and then you get to go home, or you can go off the beaten path and sort of capture and explore things. And I think that opens up a bit more in the second one, and the third one obviously is sort of a finale build of everything that they've been working towards in this. And this is like the first three in the series, the Insomniac based ones, obviously. The best Spyros. And then we come back into this lovely terrain. And it does have just like the most charming and gorgeous little art style. Oh, and you can like come and save on the fairy pads of the sort of dragons that you've saved. So we're gonna switch off to the second one at this point. So again, here we go. This is the Ripto's Rage. We're gonna see what that has to unleash for us. Fly! Here we go. We're in the second game, as you can see. And this one, we're sort of collecting these artifacts. You can see that right there. It just came out of this place. And they've sort of evolved the item collection. And I feel like the worlds are a little bit bigger in this one, the hub areas. Again, keeping that very distinct art style that's so gorgeous. We've got these characters. We're sort of stuck here wanting to have gone on vacation, ending up in this place, and then it all sort of, you know, goes downhill. That's really what's happening here. I don't know if I want to replay an area or go somewhere new. Kind of look around just to show you the world off a bit. Oh, and this one kind of like, you can just go swimming too if you like, which is sort of neat. Spyro can swim, and it just like really seemed like an expansion in terms of what you could do. Sorry, my A button's a little sticky these days. Yeah, but very much, again, the same game and the same art style. And it's something to be said that they're able to create a streamlined, you know, kind of visual style. I think that's important in preserving these older games. You know, just the sense that you can make them a cohesive thing where people can easily go between them without having any sort of you know, difficulty in getting into it, right?
You're well on your way, Spyro.
And it's easier to understand the game too, and the mechanics are basically the same throughout. It's just, you know, it's a well done process, and I think it's something that I'd really love to see more and more games work towards achieving. In time, you know, some of the older ones that can fit this sort of cartoon style. I love what they've achieved. Oh, we got money bags here too, so we can pay him, and then he'll like kind of give us access to things like the swimming mechanic and stuff like that. So that's where the gem sort of thing comes in. It's not as much about you know, collecting things like the dragon count in this one. They sort of moved away from that. And I want to say the levels are, yeah, I mentioned it before, they've got a little bit more to them.
Hi, Spyro.
But they do seem a little bit linear as well.
Only open if you have all 6.
Oh, we gotta collect more stuff. It's just really, this whole series and the franchise is about exploring, you know, just the exploration of these areas and taking a look at what you can discover as you burn things and grab gems and find items. Ooh, then that side opens this side and you go a different way. Fascinating, eh? But you should be able to tell from this that, you know, anyone
Spyro, this is a
could easily play these games and enjoy them, just like I did when I was little. And it's nice to kind of come back and just see what they've been able to achieve with it using modern technology. It really is just a lovely, lovely title. Can't debate. Where do I want to go? Herco's Sunny Beach sounds lovely. It's just the visuals and the technology behind this is so interesting because it's that feeling of the game. It's not quite like the backwards compatibility, you know, where I say it looks kind of how you remember it. This looks far, far better than how I remember the original titles. What they've been able to achieve and how it's also seamless and fast loading is pretty good. Okay, here's like a cutscene, and it just doesn't quite seem to be at as a high of a resolution. I don't know if it's stretched more or it's a little bit of like film grain, but it's not quite at the clarity of the games. I think it's like a pre-rendered as opposed to game engine. Not exactly sure though. And yeah, you get people that come and chat with you and you talk to them and help them out and fight the monsters that are causing problems. And when you've done that, you get an artifact and you keep going. Again, very, very interesting underwater segments. It's like they were definitely playing around with the mechanic in this one. Hello there, Starfish. Starfish is probably not too happy. Go up. But yeah, you can actually go out and you can find, I know in the ice one, there was a lot of, you know, sort of extra activities that you could do. Just in terms of, like, I got to play, like, a hockey game and try to score on a goalie. It's like a mini game. And they littered the levels with little bits of fun activities you could do to the side of things, which I think is kind of neat. But it really is all about that gem collection. Get back here. As you just casually burn people alive. I like it. He's just like a maniac dragon. He literally just, you know, incinerates people. I don't get this. You can do like a jump, and then you get the end. You can press Y, and you sort of get an extra lurch to it. I don't think this is the main area for progression, though, so I might head back. Oh. Oh, okay, so I gotta get that guy over there. Thank you. Get out of the way, you little monster things. But I also really love what they've done with the sort of grass burning. I think it looks really cool. It's weird that it goes back to regular grass. I don't know why it does that, but whatever, I guess. No, get your ass over there. There we go. Thank you. More of these monsters. It's just a very colorful, sort of wacky, whimsical title. You jump up and collect those gems, and it moves pretty well, and I think it runs quite well. Yep, burning them alive like it ain't nothing. Spyro's kind of a psychopath. Even burning people in the water, it's hardcore. Lot to do in this one. I think we're gonna, I don't know if I guess we should finish the level maybe. I think there's like a tunnel there we can go through. I don't know if that's the way out. Oh, this one was something we can unlock. Hello there.
The workers have captured most.
That's like a bit of a quest I got in game I could do. Collecting those gems. I need the turtle. I really don't want to have to bring a turtle all the way there. That would just be like agonizing to have to deal with that turtle all that way. If you know what I mean. But yeah, you just break pots, explore a large world, and they're all different sort of like biomes too. They have like a different sort of environment to them all. Something new all the time, which I think is fun. And we're in this area where you are. Ow. Don't want to get squished. Again, a good indication how you're doing is your little mosquito buddy.
Hello, young one.
The top of the ladder. But anyways, that's Spyro 2. We're really going on time here, so we're going to switch over to the third one so we can show that off. And the Year of the Dragon. Alright, so we're in the Year of the Dragon again. This is the last one of the package, and perhaps the largest one in terms of worlds and what you can do. It brought back the total mechanic of collecting dragons almost, because you're collecting eggs. So these creatures come in under some sort of need to find dragon eggs, and you're like, yeah, we gotta put a stop to this. And poor old Spyro is the only one that can fit down the hole, so he gets stuck with that job. And he comes in and, yeah, he takes care of business, I guess. So as you can see, you need the eggs there in order to open the door. And there's other doors too. There's like different areas. You get it. The same general concept of the other ones. Grab stuff, open pathways. Mr. Moneybags is here too. You pay him. You unlock new areas, and then you keep kind of going from there. I think this one is also the most advanced in terms of like just what they did with the world. You know, a little bit more filled tree-wise and plant-wise. So we'll just do this level. I paid for this kangaroo lady to be free, so you might as well take advantage of that, because I think she costs like 300 gems or something like that. Ridiculous, you know, my hard-earned gems.
Now I have to find out what.
Whoa! Why is she from like a goat land? Oh, we actually get to play as the kangaroo. I should have saw that coming. Whoa! So yeah, a little bit different characters. And she's got a bit of a kick to her. It's just something so charming about the look of it. I don't know what it is with this aesthetic, but it's just lovely. Magical. That's what I described it as at E3 last year when I was playing it. I was like, this is just charming and just a magical revisit of the stuff. And I'd love for the, like, you know, this style to be used on other titles, like old cartoon based, but you know what I mean, like this animated style, just to see more games brought back like it, because this one is fantastic. Crash was great too. I don't know what else off the top of my head, but it's so great to look at. Ooh. This is a weird character. Where did you come from? You were not there 2 seconds ago. Jenny the dragon. Kinda looks like a boy dragon, to be honest. I don't know if I'm crazy. No? Kick this old goat guy. There's some stuff up here I need to jump to. I can. Now, did I come from that way, or did I come from down there? I came from that way, I think. Why does everybody look so terrified in this landscape? It's probably these killer moose that are running around and need to get kicked and killed by this kangaroo. There also seems to be a little bit more life on the levels, aside from just like, you know, plants and tree types and stuff. You actually get more NPCs running around doing stuff. Mainly attacking you if they're bad creatures. But there's like some friendly ones too now, and just makes it feel a little bit more lively. Again, they all feel the same, you just get a slight tweak in how everything plays in terms of mechanics. I should also mention they all have guidebooks, all the games do, and you kind of see what you're doing in terms of gems and finishing objectives within them, and you can see your game time and everything like that. Very magical landscape. Push these guys out. Anybody else want some? I'm kind of mad we didn't finish that last level though. I feel like I should have put a little bit more. Well, you know, time-wise, you got to keep it going. And then the free look too, if you want to do that in the game, so you can just admire the landscape a bit more. It's an interesting thing to have. Woo. It's very weird to be playing as a different character than Spyro, to be honest. Kick that guy again. Let's see what we got up here. Boost attack! Ow. This one also seems a bit more linear, but you're getting the idea of what I'm going for and just talking, because each of the areas is free in how you're doing things, but you know, it has that linear focus. So anyways, that's the Spyro games. 3 great titles, classic games, put together in one lovely collection with enhanced visuals that really do a great job. And just little bits of performance here and there that could have been a little bit better for the Xbox One X version, but I think it turned out pretty good. And it's definitely a lot of fun to play, and something that all ages can certainly come in here and enjoy with an interesting cast. Bunch of neat people to run into, like these weird goat guys. Enemies to punch, burn, or dash through if you're Crash. I don't know if I really showed any dashing. You just, yeah, you kind of did. You just dash through people and you smash them and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty interesting, and I'd love to see them do this again, you know, with something else, another franchise. I don't know what, but they've done a great job.